Hello and welcome. Well, for this tutorial, or you can call it a little Python lesson, I'll be showing you how to make a spelling game. I went online and tried to search for the most commonly misspelled words, and I have them here in a list. Okay, so you can make up your own list of whatever words you want to add in, and so you need to have that. And I'm gonna import random because that will help me. You can say this code will allow the program to randomly select values. Okay, I called them values this time. And then this code for import operating system, this code will allow me to clear the display screen. Okay, that will do that. And then import time. I don't necessarily need a timer for this, but I think it's necessary because once you've typed in the word, you wanna see the results. I mean, if you got it right or wrong, and then it's only gonna display for about a second or 2 seconds, and then ask you the next question. Okay, so it's gonna have to use a time. So this code will allow the program to actually not the program, it will allow the user, it's gonna allow the user to read results, and then the results for about 2 seconds, and then display another question. Yeah, it's gonna display another question. Okay, and then this is a list of words to select from. Okay, so that's that. You need a randomizer, you need an operating system, and you need the timer, and then you need a list of words. So here we start. Okay, I'm going to say mark is equal to 1. Okay, and there's a reason for that. So the mark is going to be equal to 1. Now the reason why the mark is equal to 1 is because we are going to be adding some values to the marks, but then at the same time we want to if we take off the marks and they go beyond 0, they go below 0, the game is going to have to stop. But as long as they are in between 0 and 100, okay, they will be, they will carry on playing. If they knock 100, then they've won the game. So something like that, yeah. Okay, so you can make your game, whichever way you like, but this is how this is gonna be. Okay, so I can say while okay, mark is let's say while mark is less than 100, okay, and not just that condition, the mark has to be less than 100, and it also has to be greater than 0. Okay, it's less than 100 and it's greater than 0. So what's going to happen? Okay, now I need to declare a variable that is gonna select from the words here. Okay, this variable is gonna select from this list of words. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Well, mark is less than 100, and mark, okay, is greater than 0. Okay, it's got to be less than 100 and greater than 0, which is why I gave it a 1. So that allows this code to run. Okay, now what's going to happen during that time? I'm gonna say a word like chosen, okay, which is the chosen word, and it's gonna come from the list of words. okay, this list here of words, okay. Well, that's my clock in the background, sorry about that. It's gonna come from the list of words, and then I'm gonna type that's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna say random dot rand int, okay. Now it's gonna choose from at random, okay, the following values from 0 to the length, okay, the length of words, okay. Now length of words, because remember when it's reading from the list, it's gonna start from 0 up to the length. Now for example, if a list has 5 values, it's gonna count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now if the length is 6 and you say from 0 to 6, then if it picks 6, it's gonna look for a word that is at position 6, and it won't be there, it won't exist. So you have to say -1, yeah, -1 in case it chooses 6. Okay, I'll show you an example from here to here. Okay, if your list had all these characters, it's gonna say 0, 1, 2. So it has 3 positions, but it's counting from 0. So if you say the length of the list, the length is 3 items, 3 positions. But if you choose 3, if you choose the number 3 as a chosen word, position number 3, it won't be identified because it has from position 0, 1, and 2. Even though it's 3 items, it's counting from 0. So that's why we say length of words -1. I don't know if I've explained it right, but I hope I have. Okay, so then now that is chosen. Okay, so now we're gonna say it's also, now let me first of all type this. Okay, actually, I think I will no, let me just type. Okay, initiate the scores to 1. Okay, and then I'm gonna say as long as the score is between 0 and 100. Okay, that's what the while condition says. As long as the score is between 0 and 100, this is what's going to happen. Okay, select a random word, okay, from the list. And which list is it? This list is called words, okay, above. Okay, it's going to select a random word from the list above. Okay, but it's going to use a random number position. Okay, now I don't know if this makes sense. It's going to choose a random number position. Okay, so number position, that sounds a bit confusing, but if let's say it chose 1, if it chooses 1, position number 1, this is 0 and this is number 1, so that means it's chosen the word accidentally. Okay, so that's what I mean by this. So it's gonna, let's say it's chosen the word accidentally. Now what do we do with this word? But remember, we need to eradicate, we need to take out some letters from the word. Okay, so that we display a word like this accidentally. We display it with some missing letters, something like that. Okay, like that, you see, something like that. So to do that, we are going to say extract, or let's just say randomly extract, okay, some words from the chosen word. Okay, randomly extract some words from the chosen words. Okay, that was my speaker. It's automatic, it just turns this power off when when it's idle. Okay, so chosen one equals, okay, I'm gonna put some brackets here, and I'm gonna say it's gonna pick from chosen. Okay, and it's now going to let's put something like that. It's gonna start position 2. Okay, and then it's going to choose from any random position. Okay, any random rand int, hang on, random.randint, you're going to choose any random position between 3 and let's say the length of the list. Okay, randint bracket 3, yeah, comma, and then it say length, so it's not the normal counting. Okay, so -1. Okay, and we put a bracket there. Okay, and then yeah, like that. Looks like I'm missing something. Let me see. Random, that spelling of random. Ironic. Okay, if length of chosen, okay, if the length of chosen, okay, now what happens if the length of chosen, okay, is greater than 1? Okay, length of chosen is greater than 1. What do we do? Okay, we're gonna put some dashes. Okay, dashes is equal to, put that, actually, you know what, we don't need that. We can say that, we then say dashes equals, put a space, put some dashes there and a space. Yeah, so dashes equals that. Okay, times length bracket chosen 1. Okay, now what does this mean? Randomly extract some words from the chosen word. Okay, but we're gonna try and replace the extracted words with the dashes here. Okay, so it shows the user that there's something missing. So I'm gonna say we shall use this character, okay, to replace the extracted or removed, yeah, the removed words. Okay, oh, not the removed words, removed letters. Okay, I'm gonna use these dashes to extract characters from the removed letters. Okay, and once you've done that, remember the length of the chosen words, length of chosen. Okay, because chosen is the characters that have been taken out. Okay, so we need to know how many have been taken out. For example, if they've taken out 3 characters, 3 letters from the word, okay, we need to know how many words so that we know the amount of dashes or the the dashes, I will call them dashes, amount, how many of them we need to replace. For example, if you've taken out A, B, and C, that means, and G, okay, that means that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna replace A, B, G with 3 dashes. Okay, so that's why we need to multiply by the length of chosen. Okay, because it's got to be, they have to be counted, the removed characters. Okay, so now we're gonna mix. Okay, now now we need to replace, hang on, to mix the remaining letters with the replacement of dashes. Okay, we need to mix that. So what we do, we can say of dashes. Okay, now we can say mix equals chosen, okay, dot replace. Okay, chosen dot replace. Okay, and then we can say chosen 1. Okay, whatever was chosen, we're gonna replace it with dashes. Okay, now chosen 1, remember, they are the letters that were extracted from this word. Okay, the chosen 1 word, letters were extracted, were taken out, and they are going to be replaced with the dashes here, and that's what this code does. Okay, it replaces chosen 1 with the dashes. Okay, and now we're gonna say answer okay, user's answer, okay, equals, now we are ready to ask a question, okay, we are ready to ask the question, okay, input, okay, and then we can start that by a new line, okay, because we need to separate our lines so we don't mix everything up, okay, type the right spelling for, okay, we can say type the right spelling or the correct spelling for this word, okay, okay, for that word, okay. So now what is it? We need to tell them that is mix, okay, mix, all right, and then we need to leave a little bit of a space somewhere, okay. So they're going to type the right spelling for that word, and then we give them, okay, some space to actually type the word, okay. Now that's what the question is, okay. Now let's try and put some comments here. Now we can display the word with missing letters and ask the user to retype it correctly, okay, to write the actual the correct spelling, okay. That's what we want to happen. Now after doing that, after asking the question, we are now going to check, okay, we're going to check if they typed the right stuff, okay. So we're going to say if the whatever the user typed in is the same as, okay, if it's the same as chosen, now we're going back to the word chosen, okay, because that was the original word before removing letters from it. Now we're gonna combine, we're gonna compare those two, okay. If they match, if there is a match, what's going to happen, okay, we're gonna then say mark plus equals. You can say mark equals mark plus 1, but the quickest way is to try to type plus equals 1. So on my keyboard, okay, plus equals 1, okay. After that, because remember they got it right, okay, so we're gonna now try and show a little message, print that was my clock, sorry again, print, we're gonna leave a line on a new line, okay, it's gonna print the following, okay, it's gonna leave a little gap, okay, correct, let's try and decorate it a little bit like that, like that, okay, print correct, okay, and then let's put a new line, and then we can say no space, you now have, so now we need to notify them of how many marks they have, okay, marks, okay, is it mark, sorry, it's mark, yeah, you now have mark, okay, and then we put a space there and then scores, okay, or you can say your score is now, okay, let's okay, let's do this, okay, let's put it like this, okay, your score, let's say your score is now whatever the mark is, okay, your score is now that. Was there a problem? I don't like it when it does that. Okay, print that plus mark plus, oh, okay, take that plus sign off, okay, yeah, so your score is now that, okay. Now they're reading this, they're reading the mark, they're reading that, okay, what you got is correct and your score is now whatever it is, but we want the program to proceed because we don't need a loop here, we just want the program to proceed, because remember they haven't reached the 100 marks yet, okay, they're not at 100, so it's until they reach 100 that the while loop is gonna stop, okay. So we can say score is now that, but now that's when the timer kicks in, okay. So we can set time, okay, dot sleep, okay, sorry, that, okay, and give them 2 seconds. My keyboard, oh, I left the num lock off, okay, give them 2 seconds to read the message. After that, okay, so let's try and so we're gonna say award their current current scores with an extra point. Okay, that's what that code does. And this code, it says display a message. I'll abbreviate that, I know it's a spelling game. Display a message that they got it right and show their new score. Okay, show their new score. That's what that does. And this is going to wait for 2 seconds before performing the next task. Okay, so that's what time.sleep means. 2 seconds before performing the next task. Okay, now what's the next task? We are going to clear the screen now. Okay, that question has been asked, and now it's time to display a new question. So we don't want all these questions to be showing up on the screen. We just want question, clear it, then another question, then delete that, then another one. So we're going to wipe the screen now. Okay, so we're going to say clear the screen for a new for a new question. Okay, clear the screen for a new question. Okay, and how do you do that? Now, in some computers, you can just say operating system dot system. Okay, system, then in bracket you can type CLS. Okay, that can clear the screen. But in some, like Linux or whatever, you can, if that doesn't work, then you can type clear. Okay, then the screen will be cleared. Okay, yeah, so the screen will be cleared. Okay, so now that's the if condition of what happens. That's part of what happens if the answers match. However, if the answers don't match, what happens? Now here at else you can say this happens if the users or the players, because it's a game, the players answer word, okay, is misspelled. Okay, oh, here we are doing a spelling game and I can't spell things. I hope that's the right word. Some people say spelt, but I think it's spelled, isn't it? Yeah, whatever. Okay, else what happens? Mark, you say mark minus equals. Remember, first we said plus equals, but now we're saying minus equals 1. It's going to take off a mark from their current score. Okay, so we say take off 1 point from their current score. Okay, now do you remember when I started with a mark being 1, and now the condition says if mark is less than 100, okay, actually, you know what, let's say less than 101, because we want them to reach 100. Okay, if the mark is less than 101, okay, and the mark is greater than 0, that's why I said with the mark being 1, because here in this condition, okay, we're gonna take off 1 if they get the first question wrong. That puts them on 0. Okay, they got the first question wrong, they get a 0. Okay, that means the mark will no longer be greater than 0, it's gonna be less than 0, so the game will terminate. Okay, now if that's the case, we're gonna say actually, you know what, let me copy this, okay, and put it there. Print, and this time we're gonna change the message to wrong. Yeah, wrong. Put some exclamation marks and say your score is now that. Okay, and then we can add and say, you can add an extra message saying game over. Okay, game over, but we want it on a new line. Okay, sorry, and a new line. All right. Yeah, in fact, we can make 2 new lines actually, but that's fine. On a new line saying game over, okay? And then the program is going to terminate. That's it, okay? They got it wrong, they got it wrong. That's it. But we want them to read that message. So again, once again, we're going to bring time.sleep 2 seconds for them to read that they got it wrong and it's game over. And then operating system is going to clear. Now, if you want the game to be repetitive, you can turn this into a function and then keep calling that function. When they get it wrong, you call the function back again for them to start again. Okay, but I've chosen not to do that anyway. So wait 2 seconds and then clear the screen. So I'm going to copy that and put it there. Okay, when they get it right, answer is correct, they get an extra mark, and then they're given enough time to read that message. Okay, and then the screen is cleared and then another question is asked, because remember it's a loop. Okay, it keeps repeating until that condition is met. Okay, if they get it wrong, they're gonna lose a mark. Okay, and then it's gonna show a message, game over, whatever, it's gonna show that message. If it's gonna say, hang on, wait a minute, print wrong, no, not game over. Let's take that one out. Print wrong, your score is now mark. Wait a few seconds from the next task. Okay, and then time.sleep is to clear the screen. The game, only time the game is gonna be over is when the loop has reached the final part. So now we're gonna say, so it's always important to review your code before executing it. So now we're gonna say print, okay, print game over, yeah, game over, print game over, and then I'm gonna add another message saying your final score is, put that and then do something like this, plus, no, hang on, mark. Okay, plus mark. Then we're going to add another message, but remember, when you are writing mark, you must always convert it to string. Yeah, because if you don't, the game won't work, because remember, mark is an integer. Okay, and when you're combining string values, these ones, with a number, you have to convert that number to a string so they match. Okay, so that's why I need to convert it to a string if I'm mixing these values. Okay, and again do the same here, string mark. Okay, so like that. Okay, I keep saying okay all the time. String mark, string mark, string mark. Where else? Oh, this clock. Okay, string mark, string mark, string mark. That should be it, really. Yes, so that's what happens. That's how we are going to run our code. Yeah. So as you can see, type the right spelling for. It's given me this word here. Okay. Starts with CH, ends with the E. So you need to find a word that starts with a CH and ends with the E. Now I'm gonna cheat a little bit just to, CH. Where's CH? Now let's say we get it wrong. Okay, let's type something like that. Okay, it's gonna say wrong. Your score is now 0. Then it's gonna refresh. Your final score is 0. Game over. Because I got the first question wrong. Okay. Now let me play again. If it says type the right spelling for AC modate, so it's probably accommodate. Yeah. So if I type accommodate, is this double C, accommodate. Okay. Oh, hang on, accommodate. Okay, there's a mistake somewhere, I guess. Let's try again. Type the right spelling for coincidence. Oh, it's coincidence. Okay, I'm gonna type it now. Let me see. C-O, oops. C, no. Type the right spelling for apparent, yeah? Apparent is a thing like that, yeah? Is it that? Correct. Okay, your score is now 2. Type the right spelling for apparent again, or speak the same word again. Now that's where the problem is. So then you can, kind of change this code so that it doesn't repeat the same word. So there's symmetry. Symmetry, correct. Your score is now 4. Type the right spelling for, I think this is, what's that? Collectible? No, CH. So what is CH here? CH. Changeable, okay. Changeable. Now let's get it wrong first. Okay, let's put a Q there. It's gonna say wrong. Your score is now 3. Okay. Now let me change something. Let me type. If you get it wrong, what could have been the right word? Okay. So you say your score is now that. Okay. And I can say print. Okay. The right. Oops. The right word. To be honest, I need to play this game myself. Is the right word is, then you can say chosen. Okay, that's the right word. The right word is chosen. Okay, because we want that to be like that, so we're gonna put a new line there so they're not mixed up. Now I'm gonna play it again. Type the right spelling for AT and ends with ST. Now AT ends with ST would be, I think, atheist. Yeah, atheist. Now if I get it wrong, no, I have to get it right first time, so I can say atheist, like that. Atheist. Yeah, correct. Your score is now 2. Okay, type the right spelling for collectible. I think that's collectible. Okay, now collectible. Okay, wrong. Now it's collectible. Now actually, you know what, the timer is taking too it's pretty fast. Okay, so let's try and make it, let's wait for at least 3 seconds. Okay, just to read it, because some people are not fast readers. Now when it's wrong, we're gonna, let's say 4 seconds. Okay, 4 seconds. If it's right, 3 seconds. Okay, let's play again. Type the right spelling for symmetry. Now I get it right like this, symmetry. Okay, press enter. It says correct, your score is now 3. It's gonna, okay, now I've read it. Now type the right spelling for, I think that's committed, isn't it? Committed. Correct. Score is now 3. Okay. Symmetry. Correct. My score is now 4. Okay. The right spelling for accommodate. I think that, is that accommodate? What is it? Let's look for it. Yeah, I like, I'm cheating a little bit. SC and ends with the E. SC that ends with the E. I think it's accommodate. Yeah, I got it right. Accommodate. Wrong. It's acquire. Okay, there are only 4 dashes. That's why. Okay, let's brought it back. Acquire. This time I get it right. Okay, 4 points. Okay. So that's what the game is really. Type the right spelling for accidentally. I think that's accidentally. Oh, what have I done? That's it. Correct. Score is now 5. So you carry on playing the same game. Now if you like, you can actually add more words in here. Okay. Remember, each word must have a comma, then in speech marks. Each word has to be in speech marks, and all words are separated by commas. Okay. And that's how you make your little spelling game. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.